Role clarity for focused execution via the role expectations framework. I designed the role expectations framework to help my clients to achieve the following: clarity for focused execution, shifting commitment to plan to commitment to execute, with self-assessment for 70-25 and self-monitoring built in for excellence. The one requirement: discipline leadership. I will unpack in this video 3 questions. 1, why is role clarity and accountability important for focused execution? 2, how is role clarity and accountability achieved via the role expectations framework? And 3, what's the difference between job description and role expectations? Let's pause and reflect on these 4 questions. 1, how clear are you as a leader in communicating clear role expectations? 2, how clear are you as an employee in truly understanding what the manager wants and being able to connect the why to the how? And 3, how often are there surprises between the expectations and the results? An amount of rework. 4, how are individuals held accountable for meeting their role expectations? Clarity for focused execution requires 4 things. 1, knowing the why to the how, and often also the what outcomes. 2, focus on outcomes, not tasks. Because the more you focus on tasks, you're going to end up in BFN, busy for nothing. 3rd, self-assessment before delegation. 4th, focus on leading measures for predictive success. As an aside, there are 2 points I'm very, very passionate about. The first is plug and play. The second is we're not perfect. Let's go back to plug and play. The assumptions that many of us make, managers make, is what I call plug and play, which is the assumption that whatever you have achieved in the past, whatever skills that you use to achieve in the past results can be automatically, organically plug and play into new environment, new roles, new goals, new strategies. It does not. So let's pause and stop the plug and play through the role expectations framework. Number 2, we're not perfect. And it's a very important assumption to challenge, because with new environment, new roles, new goals, new strategies, the current 70-25 strength, development, and weakness, the amount of time you spend in those 3 areas, 70% of time strength, 20% of time development, and 5% or less of time on weakness, needs to be assessed, self-assessed by the employee. And the framework allows for that. Self-assess for the employee. Can my current 70-25 be sufficient, be necessary to achieve the new goals, the new roles? Strength is high passion, high ability, thus should be used 70% of the time. Development, high passion, low ability, is about developing the employee's new way and new how to achieve the new goals and new strategies. Weakness, preferably, should be ignored. And if you want to work on it, it's 5% or less. It's low passion, low ability. So the success rate is really, really low. Right, let's move on to the role expectations framework. I designed the role expectations framework of 6 columns to represent 2 things, the what and the how. Column 1, column 2, lag outcomes, leading measures. Columns 3 to 6, MC3, mindset, character, capabilities, competencies. Let's get back to column 1 and 2. Lag outcomes, column 1, important to keep it to 3. 3 lag outcomes because the brain can only remember 4. Lag outcomes are always too late. It's good to know the lag outcomes, but it's not where you focus. Where you focus is column 2, leading measures, because they're able to influence the results. Column 3 to 6 is designed for self-assessment before delegation. With self-assessment, the brains of the employees are now designed to take ownership and accountability. It pauses the employees to ask, will my old ways, my old skills, my old competencies, whatever else do I need to achieve the new targets, new strategies, new roles in the new environment? System 2 thinking is required to be able to complete the role expectations framework. Slow and deep. System 2 thinking will help to pause and challenge assumptions and mitigate our biases, seeds, similarity, experience, distance, and safety bias. It allows for the rethink. What's the difference between job description and role expectations? Well, job descriptions have a very focused purpose. It is meant to benchmark jobs in companies against the market for the sole purpose of salary grading and pay. It is not designed to communicate role expectations when the environment has changed with new roles, with new goals. The role expectations, again, is designed to pause the brain, to pause from system 1 thinking to system 2 thinking. Is to calibrate and baseline and to interpret for the manager and the employee to say, new environment, new goals, new strategies. And thus, can my current how, my 70-25 current state be able to achieve the new lag outcomes and the leading measures? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for pausing from your business to listen to my language. Role clarity for focused execution via the role expectations framework. And I hope that with this pause and the language that you will rethink for the goals of 0 surprises or less surprises, for the goal of improved productivity, removal of busy for nothing, BFN, and strengthen the relationship between the manager and the employee in the pursuit of excellence via role clarity. Thank you. Be well.